Hello viewers, in this module we are going to take up the last regional kingdom of this chapter, that is the Bahmani kingdom. Now children, from the map you can make out the location of this Bahmani kingdom. Now this Bahmani kingdom was established by Alauddin Hassan in 1347. You know, he was an officer under Muhammad bin Tughlaq and he had risen in the service of a person named Gangu and is therefore also known as Hassan Gangu. He took the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah and he also started a dynasty known as the Bahmani dynasty. And this Bahmani kingdom also lasted for 180 years from 1347 to 1527. At its greatest extent, it included the whole of northern Deccan up to the river Krishna. First Gulbarga and then Bidar were the capitals. Firuz Shah Bahmani and Mahmud Gawan were the most powerful people in the kingdom. Now, let's first talk about Firuz Shah Bahmani. Children, he was a powerful ruler of Bahmani kingdom. He defeated the Gond king Narsingh Rai and annexed some of his territories also. He also conquered the Raichur Doab from the king of Vijayanagar. However, he soon lost it again. Firuz Shah was a learned man and was interested in science. Not only that, he was a good poet and was well versed in Persian, Arabic, Turkish, Telugu, Kannada, and Marathi. He encouraged learned men to migrate to his court, and under him, Deccan became the cultural center of India. Now, let's talk about Mahmud Gawan. He was the Wazir of the Bahmani king Muhammad Shah III. He made the kingdom very powerful. Mahmud was actually a Persian by birth. He came to India and settled down in the Deccan. And he began working at the royal court and soon became a favorite of the king. And for 18 years he managed the affairs of the kingdom. He expanded the kingdom and reorganized the administration. Mahmud was a patron of learning also. He was well versed in mathematics and literature. Children, he even encouraged the growth of Urdu. And he also built a magnificent madrasa in Bidar. Madrasa is an educational institution. And many students from different parts of India and abroad came to this madrasa to study. The madrasa also had a library which had over 3,000 manuscripts there. So, Firuz Shah Bahmani and Mahmud Gawan both made the kingdom very powerful. Now, let's talk about the administration of Bahmani kingdom. Children, the Bahmani administration was headed by the Wazir or Wakil. Other senior officials were the Amir-e-Jumla, who was a head of finance, the Wazir-e-Ashraf, the head of foreign affairs, and Sadr-e-Jahan, who was a head of the religious and judicial department. The kingdom was further divided into many provinces called Taraf, which was under the Amir or Tarafdar. Children, Mahmud Gawan was the chief minister of Sultan Mahmud Shah III. He reorganized the civil and military administration and regulated revenue efficiently. But he was a Persian and was disliked by the local nobles who plotted against him and murdered him in 1481. The later kings were very weak, and this led the governors in the provinces to declare their independence. By 1527, the kingdom had split up into 5 independent sultanates. They were Ahmednagar, ruled by the Nizam Shahis; Bijapur, ruled by the Adil Shahis; Golconda, ruled by the Qutb Shahis; Berar, ruled by the Imad Shahis; and the last, Bidar, ruled by the Barid Shahis. Children, Gol Gumbaj, the largest dome in the world at Bijapur, and Charminar, located at Hyderabad, are world famous examples of the Bahmani architecture. That's all for the Bahmani kingdom.